Hello, my name is Raj, and I want to share with you my journey of learning English and how it transformed my life. I was born and raised in the bustling city of Mumbai, India, where the streets are alive with the cacophony of honking cars, street vendors, and bustling markets. Despite the vibrancy around me, I was drawn to a different melody, the rhythm of the English language. This fascination set me on a path filled with unexpected challenges, unique experiences, and remarkable encounters. It all began when I was a child. My father, an avid reader, had a small library filled with books in both Marathi and English. It was here, amidst the musty scent of old pages and the soft light filtering through the room, that I first encountered the magic of English literature. One book, in particular, captured my imagination: The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, by Mark Twain. Though I struggled to understand many of the words, the rhythm and the storytelling captivated me. This book, along with others like it, sowed the seeds of my lifelong passion for the English language. As I grew older, my determination to learn English became stronger. I wanted to master it, not just for the opportunities it promised, but for the sheer joy of being able to express myself in a language that felt both foreign and familiar. However, the journey was far from easy. In the Indian education system, English was taught as a second language, and while I could read and write it to some extent, speaking fluently was an entirely different challenge. My struggles with English became more pronounced in high school. My teachers focused heavily on grammar and rote learning, leaving little room for practical application. I could recite the rules of English grammar with precision, but when it came to holding a conversation, I often found myself tongue-tied and embarrassed. My classmates, who were equally hesitant, did not offer much practice, and the few who were proficient often teased those who stumbled, adding to my frustration. One day, determined to improve, I approached my English teacher, Ms. Sharma, for advice. Ms. Sharma was a kind and passionate educator, always willing to help her students beyond the classroom. She suggested that I start by reading English newspapers aloud every morning. This, she explained, would help me get used to the sound and flow of the language. Following her advice, I began my mornings with the newspaper, reading articles on politics, sports, and entertainment. Initially, I found it difficult, my tongue felt heavy, and the words seemed foreign. But I persevered. Day by day, I noticed small improvements in my pronunciation and confidence. The more I read, the more I understood, and slowly, English started to feel less like an obstacle and more like a tool. In addition to reading newspapers, I started watching English movies and television shows. I discovered a love for Hollywood classics and sitcoms like Friends. The humor and everyday conversations in these shows provided a practical context for the language. I would often pause scenes, repeat dialogues, and mimic the actors. I found this exercise immensely helpful in understanding idiomatic expressions and improving my accent. Despite these efforts, I knew that reading and listening alone wouldn't suffice. I needed to practice speaking. However, finding conversation partners was challenging. Most people around me were more comfortable in their native languages. Undeterred, I decided to create my own opportunities. I joined an English-speaking club at a local community center, where language enthusiasts gathered to practice. The club became a sanctuary for me. I met people from different walks of life, all united by their desire to improve their English. The supportive environment allowed me to make mistakes, learn, and grow without fear of judgment. As my skills improved, so did my confidence. I started participating in debates and public speaking events organized by my school. Each event was a test of my progress, and with each one, I felt more at ease. My teachers and peers began to notice my efforts and the remarkable improvement in my abilities. The once hesitant and shy boy was now eloquent and articulate, capable of expressing his thoughts with clarity and conviction. However, my journey was far from over. My ultimate dream was to move to an English-speaking country and immerse myself completely in the language. After graduating from college, I set my sights on pursuing a master's degree in business administration. I applied to several universities in the United States and the United Kingdom, and after months of anxious waiting, I received an acceptance letter from the prestigious London School of Economics. Moving to London was a turning point in my life. It was a city of immense historical significance, cultural diversity, and, most importantly, endless opportunities to practice English. However, the transition was not without its challenges. The moment I stepped off the plane, I was hit by the stark difference between the English I had learned in India and the colloquial, fast-paced English spoken by Londoners. The accents varied widely, and the slang was unfamiliar. I realized that my learning journey was far from complete. Determined to adapt, I immersed myself in the local culture. I made it a point to interact with my classmates and professors, often striking up conversations about their interests and experiences. I joined various student clubs and societies, from the debate club to the theater group, each providing a unique context for practicing English. The theater group, in particular, was a revelation. Performing in plays and skits helped me understand the nuances of intonation, emotion, and body language, all critical aspects of fluent communication. Living in London also meant navigating daily life in English. Whether it was ordering food at a cafe, asking for directions, or even dealing with administrative tasks at the university, I found myself constantly engaging with the language. These real-life interactions were invaluable in building my confidence and fluency. I embraced every opportunity to converse, never shying away from making mistakes, as each one was a learning experience. To further enhance my language skills, I took advantage of London's rich cultural offerings. I frequented museums, attended lectures, and participated in literary events. I discovered a particular fondness for British literature and spent hours at the British Library, engrossed in the works of Shakespeare, Dickens, and Austen. These literary adventures not only deepened my appreciation for the language but also provided insights into its evolution and cultural significance. My journey was not just about language, it was also about personal growth. Living away from home, adapting to a new culture, and meeting people from diverse backgrounds broadened my horizons. I learned to navigate the complexities of cultural differences, becoming more empathetic and open-minded. My interactions with fellow students from around the world enriched my understanding of global perspectives, making me a more well-rounded individual. Despite the progress, I knew that mastering English was a lifelong endeavor. I continued to push myself, setting higher goals and embracing new challenges. I started writing articles for the university magazine, sharing my experiences and insights on learning a new language. My articles were well received, and I was invited to speak at various student forums and workshops, inspiring others with my journey. One of the most significant milestones in my journey came when I was invited to give a guest lecture on cross-cultural communication at a local business conference. Standing on the stage, addressing an audience of professionals and academics, I felt a profound sense of accomplishment. I spoke confidently, drawing on my experiences and knowledge, and received a standing ovation. It was a moment of validation, a testament to my hard work and perseverance. Years passed, and my journey continued. I completed my master's degree with distinction and secured a job at a multinational company in London. My role required frequent interaction with clients and colleagues from around the world, providing me with endless opportunities to hone my English skills. I continued to write, publish, and speak, sharing my journey and inspiring others. Looking back, I realized that my success was not just about mastering a language. It was about embracing a mindset of continuous learning and growth. I treated every challenge as an opportunity, every mistake as a lesson, and every interaction as a chance to improve. My journey was a testament to the power of determination, resilience, and the willingness to step out of one's comfort zone. My story became a source of inspiration for many. I often received emails and messages from people around the world, thanking me for sharing my journey and seeking advice on their own language learning paths. I always responded with encouragement and practical tips, emphasizing the importance of persistence and passion. In my own words, I often say, learning a language is not just about words and grammar, it's about connecting with people, understanding cultures, and opening your mind to new possibilities. It's a journey that transforms you in ways you can't imagine. My journey from the bustling streets of Mumbai to the vibrant city of London is a testament to my unwavering determination and love for the English language. It is a journey filled with struggles, challenges, and triumphs, each step bringing me closer to my dream. And as I continue to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of language and culture, I know that my journey is far from over. There are still countless stories to read, conversations to have, and experiences to embrace. For me, the world is a book waiting to be explored, and English is the key that unlocks its many chapters.